Well, she lost, Mike. Okay? She might not realize that. It might not even be true. But we know. Here's a little ditty I wrote about human mutation patterns. Let's get my hand out a little less shaky here. Mike makes me really nervous.
Oh, come
He's
on.
just so good looking, I feel threatened. This is a song, it's called New Leaf. Headed went to school to hard knocks. Teachers always telling him to pull his socks. Ended up in jail by 22, like they said he was gonna do. And he's turned a new leaf and he seen the light. He said he's gonna straighten up and fly right. He said it like he really thinks he could. Yeah, but no one ever changed for good. She was looking at the dust on the windowsill, thinking about the last days of stubborn men. Playing much more than he ever done. Couldn't admit it when his race was run. And for a while it sounded like he changed his song, but his pride returned before too long. Got as bad as ever, like she knew it would. No one ever changed for good. He was always coming down with a broken heart. He had picking up the pieces down to a knot. Must have had an eye for his tender spot, 'cause it sure did happen a lot. And he'd swear he was never gonna fall again, but it was bound to happen, just a matter of when. They'd sneak up on him right where he stood. Even no one ever changed for good. She wanted to change, but a lot did hear. Never worried about the future when the moment was clear. I sure will miss the way she sang, but I still can't say that I changed a thing. He was always coming down with a broken heart. He had We already heard about him. Yeah, well, never was a word he'd forever say. Never always turned into a couple of days. Swearing on something until the end. Falling off the wagon when the road would bend. Till eventually he gave up giving up. He was happy with whatever was in his cup. Never quit nothing again, no one understood. Thought that no one ever changed for good. Yeah, well, no one ever changed for good. Thanks.
Just got to do a quick little tune job here. This is one of the most recent songs I've put together, and sort of a bit to do with family and stuff like that, and sort of like sometimes you can have your differences, but when it gets down to it, you know, it's kin is kin, you know, and you gotta be cool with that. And go and you spend $120 on a guitar tuner and tells you you're in. And
Use the force, Mike.
I actually saw. Has anybody ever heard of Ray LaMontagne? Has anyone heard that guy? He's like a really, really good singer. If you want to hear. And I saw him in Montreal last year, and I actually saw him try to tune his guitar for about 15 minutes. This guy hardly said a word at all when he was on stage. He'd get up to the microphone, and he'd just be like, "Hey," and then he'd sing this crazy song and blow your mind with his voice and everything, and then he just wouldn't say a word, and then he just kept on trying to tune his guitar, and he'd start, and then he'd be like, and he'd step on the tuner and he'd work at it for a little while, and it's just like complete silence, and people start chuckling and stuff, and then he starts up again, and he did it for like 15 minutes. Like, I couldn't believe it. It was like, wow. So anyways, I'm not going to take up 15 minutes, so let's do this here.
Josephine came from the Ottawa Hills, never seen one so fair. If heaven and Ireland had a little girl, Josephine could compare. Snow white lilies sometimes said to prove one's love is true. And one day I'll bring Josephine each lily that's in bloom. My daddy said you can count on blood to see you through and through. Well, sometimes blood gets rife with bad and folks lose sight of you. Twice the task, thrice to get past the words that mean you harm. But kin to come and kin to fall need a place to keep them warm. Let it be mine, at least until I die. Let it be mine, at least until I die. Josephine seen sisters gone and good brothers true. Soon 2 young boys come to be men, have some children too. Seasons turn and the summers pass in the Quebec hills of low. And there's a house where a girl come woman came to find her mama's home. Let it be mine, at least until I die. Let it be mine, at least until I die. Let it be mine, at least until I die. Let it be mine, at least until I die. At least until I die.
All right, we're going to get the band back up here now. We're going to play a little song that I wrote about a local watering hole. I'm sure you're all acquainted with, or at least acquainted with my acquaintance with it, if you know what I mean. I certainly don't. Maybe you can tell me. Anyways, we feel like it's appropriate to pay homage to the establishments in our area that have bred many, many, many sordid and joyful tales. to the holy, the everlasting fires where the wicked suffer slowly. There's a soul sanctuary, the would-be saints unwind, listening to the jukebox, drinking sour off their minds. It's just about as holy as purgatory gets. There's a room full of redemption down at the Lafayette. Down at the Lafayette. Older than the Bible, keeps the table out of room. She's louder than a freight train when the whistle's being blown. And she speaks in tongues by midnight for the ruckus ain't no sin. The time she lets her laugh out, everybody else joins in. She's larger than a legend and no one out drinks of it. She'll be here when they're all long gone down at the Lafayette. Oh, down at the Lafayette. I said there were no kind of medicine for Dr. Spooner's ills. And what he had could cripple Lord if it didn't kill. But somehow he made his way here. No one really knows how for sure. But with a quart of holy water, he was miraculously cured. She was more than he could carry, and it wasn't worth regret. And he left it all behind him down at the Lafayette. There's a sermon every Saturday afternoon, and it pays the path to paradise right up the road to you. Where the masses come and listen to the Reverend Pick a Grin. He's a psychedelic redneck prophet washing away their sin. He's got them full of holy fear. It's only his first set. He never lets his flock get lost. The turnstiles overflowing, so now you never have to wait. But that law for what it is, it's gonna ease your word mind. So come all you weary souls, and leave the walls behind and don't worry about a thing, they'll keep your whistle with. Yeah, the last call never really come down at the Lafayette. Oh yeah, down at the Lafayette. Hey, Rob, I'm just going to need a bit more monitor when the full band's going, it seems.
If we could get just a touch more of John's vocals in our
Yeah, because I'm just having a lot of trouble hearing it at all.
Thank you very much.
Thanks a lot. Let's hear it for Rob the sound man, everybody. He's been out here with patiently working with us all afternoon, and we're definitely a bunch of disheveled ne'er-do-well music. At least I am. Anyways, and the archives just for having us is a really great thing. It's a really good thing that they let artists use this space to perform in.
Yeah, much appreciated. This next song is one that I recorded last year, and basically I found out, I was doing some research and found out about a fire that happened in Northern Ontario in a small town called Hallaberry in the early 20th century. And basically, in one night, there was about 1,500 people killed. And I tried to imagine having to go through something like that, and then you know, my dad and my granddad and all my uncles all went to work in logging camps at one point or another to make ends meet over the winters and whatnot. And so I tried to imagine having to really work like that. You know, that's intense. You know, you don't see your family and stuff. And so this is sort of based around what I kind of took from that story. So this is Au Misère.
Au misère, la débauche ça va faire un homme de moi, un homme de moi. Au misère, la débauche ça va faire. Marie-Ève, on a perdu notre maison, les enfants et les voisins regardent le feu. On écoute la radio qui joue à l'autre bord de l'eau. L'hiver, le bon Dieu nous a maudits, mais l'Église prie pour nous à chaque dimanche. Le bon Dieu nous a maudits, le bon Dieu nous a maudits, mais l'Église prie pour nous à chaque dimanche. Marie, ma chère Marie, je dois partir pour quelques mois, travailler chez méchants, même parmi bûcherons. Deux bols de resto par jour et un petit whisky, par vous je serai de retour pour le printemps. T'écrire comme je peux, y'aura pas grand chose à dire, on travaille pas à peu près, on entre dans le bois. Moi t'écrire comme je peux, y'aura pas grand chose à dire, on travaille pas à peu près, on entre dans le bois. Mais l'Église prie pour nous à chaque dimanche. Le bon Dieu nous a maudits, le bon Dieu nous a maudits, mais l'Église prie pour nous à chaque dimanche. Le bon Dieu nous a maudits, le bon Dieu nous a maudits, mais l'Église prie pour nous à chaque dimanche.